Hey guys, welcome to the Student Pages podcast. I'm joined by Norwegian pop star Julie Bergan. How are you, Julie?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Where are you at the moment? What are the rules in Norway?
We haven't had like this a strict of a lockdown here in Norway as you've had in England because I don't think there's that many people that carries I don't know the virus,
Yeah.
but I'm home in my apartment in Oslo, Norway, and yeah, it's nice that it's like really hot outside, and it's really nice that it's like starting to like loosen up a bit with all the rules and everything.
So you have no lockdown and it's really hot outside.
Yeah, so we like everyone's outside all the time then.
Okay,
Yeah.
because here it's raining and we still have lockdown and it doesn't seem like it's ending anytime soon.
Wow.
So,
And we actually never had like a proper like lockdown. Like people had like home office and like of course I can't play shows or do like most of the stuff that I'm used to, but like it's everyone could like go to the grocery store and like work out outside and like go wherever they wanted in the country, I think. So it hasn't been as strict here, but it's like in the whole country of Norway, I think there's 20 people in the hospital with corona.
that's so weird because I was living in France doing like my year abroad and
Mm.
I was living with a Norwegian guy and he had to go back because I thought there was like a massive lockdown.
I think most people like went back just because it might be easier to be in the country that you're from during like quarantine, or so it's like it was more like self quarantine here. People stay inside if you have symptoms, and yeah, it's not like you weren't supposed to like be with more than 5 people at a time and stuff, but now I think that's like changed to 20 or 50.
This is
And
such classic Scandinavia, like everything just works. You don't have to, nothing goes wrong. Like you
yeah,
don't have
yeah,
a
but, like
lockdown.
I think people were like pretty good at like the beginning, like everyone took it quite seriously, and we started like quarantining way before the UK,
That
and
must
like
be it.
it's like way more people in the UK or in London than in the whole country of Norway. So
Yeah.
it's like way easier to like isolate yourself here from other people because people aren't like all over each other with like
Whereas they are in the UK.
apartment. Yeah. So every yeah, it's been going like quite well here actually, and people can finally like go to school or do free time like activities, or and the gyms are opening in a few days, and that's really nice.
Sweet.
Mm.
When they lift everything completely, what's the first thing you'll do? Where's the first place you'll go?
Um, I'm not sure, but I really like miss traveling, like going abroad to like work, or I was supposed to go on a vacation, so maybe I would like to do that. But like what I'm totally like miss doing the most is definitely doing shows, because that's
Mm.
like I've been almost like constantly doing shows or been on tours for like 4 or 5 years. So it's like I've never been in Oslo for such a long time like together. It's so weird because I don't think I've been flying since like at the end of February or something, or the beginning of March. So it's been a while.
You got discovered on YouTube when you were 16, right? How did that happen?
Um, I grew up in like a really musical family, so I was always like singing at home, or like making my dad or mom just like play piano while I was singing. And then a few people in my class was always like, "You have to post something on Facebook or on YouTube." But I was like, "No, no, 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 it won't happen." But then I just like got the courage one time to like post one on Facebook, on like my Facebook profile, and I felt like I got a lot of like good feedback on that. So I was like, okay, maybe I can post it on YouTube as well. And then I think it was just like a few, what can I say, local people here that saw it and kind of like discovered me, and I got the opportunity to like go and write a little bit in the studio and record some demos and stuff. And then I just sent my demos and wrote or told them about myself, and then sent it to the different labels. And then Warner invited me to a meeting and I got signed. So it was like, yeah, kind of the old fashioned way, that I got like signed, even though I kind of started on YouTube.
Did you always sing in English and not Norwegian?
My songs are, yeah, I think only in English. I've always wanted to do that because I've always like had bigger dreams than Norway, than just staying in Norway. So I wanted to sing a language that's, more people understand. And also, I think it's easier to write in English. The Norwegian vocabulary, I don't think like my dialect in Norway sounds so good with singing, or it just sounds, or it feels very like, I don't know. It's like I'm getting naked in front of someone singing Norwegian, just because it's like, it just, it's not as easy to like hide behind words or metaphors in Norwegian, I think, as it is in English. So
Okay.
yeah, it's less scary actually in English.
In your dialect of Norwegian, how do you say, I'm gonna go get some salmon today and then go skiing?
Jeg skal dra og få meg litt laks i dag, og så skal jeg dra på ski.
Is that salmon?
Mm.
There we go. I knew that. That's the Norwegian guy I lived with. That was the first thing I said, is how do you say salmon in Norwegian?
Yeah, but Norway, isn't Norway quite like famous for their salmon?
Well, we got into an argument because my dad's Scottish, so I'm half Scottish, and he was talking about how like apparently Norway like stole the Scottish fishing waters, and he was like kind of laughing at Scottish people, and I was like, hang on, a bit mean, but we got over it.
We also have really good chocolate, so Norwegian salmon and Norwegian chocolate. And water. Like the water from Norway is the best water ever. Like the tap water is amazing.
Really? Does it taste different, or does it just taste like?
It tastes like mountain water. Like, you know, those like Evian and those kind of brands with that water. It's like, ugh, it just doesn't taste good. But if you have like fresh mountain water, that's what you get in the tap here.
You know, I've never noticed a difference with tap water. I've always just kind of thought, yeah, that's water.
Yeah, but it tastes way better in Norway than in other countries. Like even Denmark, it tastes shit, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys do? You get on with the Danes, or is there like a rivalry there?
No, I think it's more like a rivalry with the Swedes. I love Sweden. It's like, it's such a nice country, and Denmark as well. Like both are like really cool countries with like a lot of cool artists and yeah, nice food and fashion. So like, yeah, I love all Scandinavia. It's like basically the same because we understand each other, which is really nice. It's like, it's not like totally different language that we can't understand. So yeah, it kind of feels like Norway in Sweden and Denmark.
Must be a bit like kind of England, Wales, Scotland. It's the same kind of.
Yeah, I get it.
But on the same team, really.
Mm.
I've actually got you're from a place called, I think you pronounce it Skien.
Skien.
Okay, I got it completely wrong.
Right. Skien.
I'm gonna ask you some trivia questions about Skien.
Skien, that's not bad.
Skien, and we're gonna see how many you can get right in 1 minute. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. What's the name of the river that runs through Skien?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind. We'll move past that one. Say again?
Skienselva.
That's it. Okay. Which famous 19th century playwright was born in Skien?
Bergan.
That wasn't. Maybe that's another one. But who's the most famous one?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll move past it. What 3 colors are on the Skien coat of arms?
I don't know.
Okay, it was red, yellow, and black.
Yellow, black, and white.
Oh no, not white. It was red. What we've got one so far. What's the population of Skien? Is it A 40,587, B 70,221, C 55,789,
55,000,
43,891, E 78,901. Oh, I'm out of time.
50. I said 55 a long time ago.
No, it's 50,696. There was like I had like 10 answers. I'm sorry. You only got one.
Well, it makes it hard to hear like 10 different options in 1 minute. You make it hard for me to even answer.
I'll see if you get the
I thought it
last.
was three, and I knew that it was around 50,000. So
Yeah, it's around 50,000. Yeah, you would have got that if I read out all the answers and there was more time.
yeah,
I have two last questions. The last two questions were, how many shopping malls are there in Cheyenne?
three.
Yep, correct. And what are the two most thriving industries in Cheyenne?
Um, it's uh, what is it?
Lumber, like trees, like cutting down trees.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I would guess that.
And then pulp. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds funny. I'm gonna
Pulp.
look up what pulp is.
Hmm.
Uh,
Never heard.
Paper making.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We had like this big, like, I don't know what it's called, but like where they made paper or.
Nice. There we go. Do you have any other? Do you have any? Because I told the Fjord Focus joke. Do you know any other jokes about Norwegians?
No, we have like Swede jokes.
Oh yeah. What are some good Swede jokes?
Hmm. If I can remember any, I did a lot of these when I was like really young, but now I can't remember. Like I have like
Less
uh,
racist.
two jokes that I always say, so it's like I only remember those two.
Which one? Which one of those?
Um, there's one. It's a man that's like out on the sea in a boat, and then it's like a big storm, and he falls out of the boat. So he's like in the water, like, oh, and then there comes a boat by him and like, do you need help? And then he's like, no, God's gonna help me. And then the next boat comes, like, do you need help? And he's like, no, God is gonna help me. And then the next boat comes, and then they ask him, do you need help? And he's like, no, God's got my back. And then he dies and goes to heaven, and then he says, and then he asks God, like, God, why didn't you help me? And then God says, I sent you 3 boats, you idiot.
It's a good joke. I like that.
I like that joke. I think it's a funny one.
That is funny. Do you speak any other languages?
I can speak Swedish and Danish, and then I speak English, and I had German and Spanish in school, but I can't say that I can speak it.
So, the Norwegian black metal scene is thriving. When are you going to get involved?
I've always asked myself the same question. But I'm afraid I'd have to say never, because that's like basically probably like one of the only things I don't listen to.
I was going to ask, like, what other genres do you like or would you want to get involved in?
I really like hip hop and R&B. And yeah, just like pop in general. I think country could be like, that's some nice songs. And that's basically like it. Some rock can be cool, but like more soft pop, I guess. And then what other genres are there? There's so many.
Country. I'm intrigued by country. I didn't think anyone outside of America likes country.
I think it's pretty nice with like Shania Twain and like that vibe, like pop country. That's quite nice. And like there's some like beautiful ballads like Rascal Flatts songs, and yeah, some like that. I think that's really nice.
Okay. Now I've got some of your lyrics here, and I'm gonna ask you to just explain them.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So the first set of lyrics is from Arigato, and it's, I'm about to steal a car on my way to a random bar. I'm a Columbus because he went too far.
Yeah. It's like I'm all Columbus. Like it's like taking it too far sometimes, if you know what I mean. Because like Christopher Columbus, he went too far when he was out on like that expedition. So it's like I'm just drawing a reference to that, and like I'm yeah. Then I'm what am I singing?
You're about to steal a car.
I'm about to steal a car. I'm always to a random bar. I'm a Columbus. Yeah, it's like it's probably just about like taking it far, basically.
Taking it too far.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next one. Love you with your clothes on. Take them all off. Don't you make me wait though.
Because every second's painful. It's just I think it's probably when you like someone so much, you want them so much, and you just want to rip someone's clothes off because like waiting for it is just painful. So it's like it's just basically about like lust and like wanting someone so bad.
Disgusting. I found out something else pretty interesting about you, which is you designed some shoes.
Oh yeah, for like this brand here. There's this Norwegian sports brand that started by like a skier from Norway. She's really cool and like really strong, like a strong woman. And I've been an ambassador for that brand. And then I've always been into like designing, like I design a lot of my stage outfits and like do a lot of that stuff. And then also I'm really into working out. So it was just like a natural get together or whatever, and then I got the opportunity to just design a new pair of shoes for them. So that was really cool. I want to do more of that, but like start my own brand or something. That would be really cool.
Nice. Sweet. And the last thing I wanted to ask you was do you have like when you're on tour, what's your favorite place that you go or that you've been? And do you have any like crazy stories from touring?
I can't remember. Like it's always hard when someone's like, "Oh, tell me a crazy story," because then I can't like remember anything. But like, it's always like it's kind of crazy because it's sometimes like the places that you go aren't necessarily like the nicest place, like the nicest city or whatever that you've been, but like the people were amazing. So it's like. And everything's kind of unique in their own way, but like I really like touring in Asia because like people are so nice and welcoming and open and like the most dedicated crowd ever. So it's like in general, I just really like performing there.
Nice, sweet. Well, I think we'll finish on that. Thanks so much for doing this with me.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. And thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah.
Catch you next time.